Hi guys, welcome to LB24. We're here at the premiere of Eaten by Lions. What a fantastic film it is. We've got a fantastic lineup this evening. We have lots of interviews, exclusive news, so please don't go anywhere because we'll be back soon.
Gran knew where he was all along. She just never let on.
Where you going then? India?
No. Blackpool.
I feel you're not just here for fun, I feel you've come on a mission.
Where's my dad? Where's my dad? He's not here, is he? Time to go on this.
What's up, fam?
Well, we've been talking about adoption.
It's good, isn't it, Omar?
Yeah, thank you.
No, we're just meant to Pete, actually.
You hand it over, nice and slow.
I love you, Gran! No!
Strong, sexy.
Those are my middle names.
Welcome to the first Pakistani and Indian gift shop in Blackpool.
Sometimes people say death means change. Today you're alive and well, and that might change.
Now you go and get my cricket bat. I'm gonna kill it! Get out! Get out!
We can pay for something.
That is a massive fucking exaggeration on the word something. I mean, I know it's a shithole, but are you taking the piss?
Hi, so here I have Jason Wingard. So Jason, tell me about the film.
So yeah, the film is a road trip movie. It started in 2012 when we put it into iFeatures, and it's about two half brothers, one called Omar, one called Pete, and when their gran who's been raising them dies, they go to try and find the Pakistani father.
Yeah. And that's why it's called Eaten by Lions, because I've been...
Yeah, and actually you're from Hull. It was originally going to be set in Hull. Did you know that?
It?
Yeah.
No way. Whereabouts?
Well, I don't know. It was originally David Isaac, who writes for Coronation Street, said it was a toss-up between Hull and Blackpool. I went for the lights.
Yeah, for the lights. Yes. I've been to Blackpool myself, so it's an amazing place. My second question would be, what inspired you? Like throughout the movie, it's a bit of a roller coaster, isn't it? So you. Like the two boys, they take you on a roller coaster, like on a journey. So what was that message that you wanted to get out? Because he loses his father, then he wants to search. One of them's lost his father, and then the other one wants to find the father. So what was the message, the key message you wanted to get out to the audience, really?
Well, I mean, you kind of like with most things, with family stuff, you know, what you have is right in front of you, you know. So that's kind of the key message for the film. But also, we wanted to deal with race and disability in a certain way. So you can see the things on screen. You don't need to constantly mention them and ram them down people's throats. So that's what we were trying to do, and hoping that the characters would take over, and you know, and that's the film.
In your next movie, what have you got planned? I mean, who would be the director you'd like to work with in the future alongside you, like a co-worker? Who would you like to work with alongside a new movie?
A co-director, did you say? Because I'm a director. I'm going, no one. I don't want to work with anyone. Well, no, actually, my hero's Scorsese, so we're going on. So if you could get anywhere close to doing something like he's done, that would be incredible.
Oh, wow. And who, out of all of the actors and the characters, who was your favourite to work with? Like, who was the best? Who's the funniest, shall we say?
Well, they're all brilliant. Yeah. I had my personal hero was always Johnny Vegas. Yeah. He's a hero of mine, and he's such a lovely person, and so I love working with Johnny. But Asim was great, and so was Tom Binns, and so many funny characters in this, you know.
And can I just say as well, Johnny Vegas is from the north, right?
Of course, yeah, he's St Helens, he's just down the road. But I mean, I've known Johnny for a long time, and I used to do stand-up comedy as well, and he's probably the reason I retired. He was that good. Oh, wow. So, you know, yeah.
That's amazing. And one of my other questions is, in your your personal experience, so I don't really know much whether you've done this, but I'm going to ask the question. Eaten by Lions, you've done this movie. Yeah. Is there other movies that you've done in the past as well to lead up to this one? So tell me a bit about them as well. So what have you done in the past?
Yeah, well, they're kind of like, the last film was a complete opposite. So we went out to the Calais jungle with some actors, and we made a film called In Another Life, which is blends professional actors with refugees and tells us a love story from a refugee's perspective. That film won Best UK Feature at Raindance, and we won a BIFA Discovery Award as well with that feature. And I actually made that film with the development money I had for this one. So I suppose I'm going to genre hop and make different things. My next film is a financial thriller.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was going to ask you that, actually.
Yeah, so, you know, so this is, you know, I suppose I'm just going to end up doing stuff that I'm drawn to. Yeah. And also, it's tough to get films made. They can take a long time. I mean, the journey to get this made was something like 6-7 years, which is not unusual, I don't think, for films to be in development for that long.
Amazing, 7 years. So who was the person who funded this then? Was it, because I know the BFI fund films, don't they? So who?
Yeah, I mean, this is all privately funded, and it was the BFI originally funded the short. I'd won a competition called Virgin Media Shorts, which was £30,000. With that, we made the short film Go Into Mecca, and that was the catalyst for making this film. But we didn't get the support from BFI on that one. This one, we went our own route. And it's been a good experience because I've learned how to finance things and, you know, capitalise a film on my own.
So did you put your own money into it as well, into Eaten by Lions?
No, I didn't actually. On the other film, I put money into it. On this one, it was all funded by private investors, and we're very grateful for that because I think that lots of films are being made in that way. So, you know.
I mean, would you? Because obviously you've got younger people trying to break it into the industry. I mean, what would your advice be to them as well? Because this is a great movie. And what can you say to them to inspire them to keep going and keep, you know, pushing forward?
I think that survival is key. You've got to keep doing stuff. And so don't give up and keep going. I think that people will say all the time. Sometimes you'll feel like you're treading water, but it's only when you look back over a 10-year period you'll see what you've been doing. So keep making stuff, believe in yourself, and good things will happen.
I like that. That's really good. Well, thank you, Jason. It's been a pleasure, and good luck with everything. And Eaten by Lions, guys, got to go see this movie. It's absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much. It's been great. Here I have Hayley Hamedan from the movie Eaten by Lions. So Hayley, tell me what inspired you to take this role.
Oh, lots of things, actually. One of the things was how diverse and multicultural it was going to be. Yeah. When I got asked if I wanted to do it, I said, well, I'm not Indian, so I worry about that. And he said, oh, no. I want you to be Persian, because I'm half Persian. So he said, I want a whole diverse group of people. And I thought, wow, that's like normal life. That's like my family is so diverse, you know. So that was one of the main reasons why I took it. And also that Jason is one of the most amazing directors. He has such a good eye for film. I knew it would be good.
Amazing. And you're from Blackpool as well.
And I'm from Blackpool.
And it was filmed in Blackpool.
All of it's filmed in Blackpool.
So that's why he said yes.
And I could live at home.
Yeah. No early mornings either.
No, it was all good.
And my second question, so obviously you come from Emmerdale and Coronation Street, right? So you've gone into a movie. I think this is, from what I can gather, is your first role in a movie. So are we going to see you in more film and moving away, a shift from the soaps? Or, you know, what you got planned next? I mean, what?
I hope that I get to do more movies. But for me, it's just about working. I'm happy to just work. So, I you know, there's a whole bunch of things I want to do, and I'll keep climbing the ladder until I get there. But it's just about working and doing what I love every day. And so, if that is in a soap or a drama or a comedy or a film, I'll do it.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I think, you know, when you're passionate about something, you'll do anything to get your career on the move. You know, it's like myself. You know, you've got to push it, haven't you? My second question was, who was the best to work with on the set?
Oh, that's a hard one. They were all brilliant to work with. I can tell you who the best corpser was, the person that laughed the most at everything was Jack Carroll. Anything that got said that was funny, we had to stop because Jack laughed at everything, which was great. We gelled really quickly, and you know, we had to because we were playing a family, so we just really gelled fast. It was great.
And what was your favourite line from the script that you had to do? Like, or what was the hardest line you had to do? Like,
well, actually, Jason gave us a whole free rein on dialogue. So, lucky for me, he said, don't worry about sticking to the script. Go off the page and say what you want. And I was like, wow, like no one ever tells you can do that. So actually, a lot of the stuff I say in the script is my own stuff I've come up with that Jason loved and kept in. and then you see all the family stuff at the table. That's all scripted from me. But I loved having a free reign and being able to just ad-lib little bits, and yeah, it's good.
That's brilliant that you could do what you like in terms of that. Like, you give you that leeway. It's obviously he, believed in you and trusted you, and that's great. So like, obviously, not many directors can do that. So, you must, you're a fantastic actress, and I love you from the soaps, obviously. But I mean, that's my next question actually. What you might not answer this. What's the best? What soap was the best? Emmerdale or Coronation Street or With a Birth?
Everyone asks me this question. It's like the hardest thing to answer. There's no better one. Emmerdale was my first massive job, so it turned my life around. So I owe it everything for that, because without that character, without being a dingle, I would have never have been where I am. So I owe everything to that. And to get into Corrie at such a later age, and have this family in Manchester, because I live there now, that I see every day, regardless of whether I'm in the show or not. I'm best friends with them all. I loved my time at Corrie.
Yeah, I bet it was good. It was good. My next question will be, so obviously, can I just say actually, I love that slap at Nathan when you slapped him. Oh my, what was that like?
And everyone has mentioned that.
That was brilliant.
Again, it was like, I just went for it.
Did you actually hit him?
Yeah. He said, just go for it. And I said, are you sure? And he went, yeah, just hit me. And I did it. And it was, I think that was the first take we did. It shocked him so much that you see it in his face. He just literally can't believe I hit him that hard. And then when the camera stopped rolling, we fell about laughing. It was so hard.
I mean, have you got anything lined up next after this? Is there anything in the pipeline? Or are you...
I've had a couple of really, really good auditions this week.
Oh, good.
So I have to keep your fingers crossed, because it's so difficult, this industry. It's all about self-taping now. You film yourself and then you send it off to the producers and the casting directors and everything. And it's such a process. And then you find out that you're down to the last two for something and you're like, oh, please pick me, please pick me. So it is, I've got wonderful things in the pipeline. It's just now I've just got to get the next big thing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Hilly. It's been an absolute pleasure interviewing you. Honestly, it's been brilliant. So thank you so much, and best of luck with everything. My fingers crossed for you. Thank you. So here I'm with Antonia Keel. So excited with this one, the main character in the film of Eaten by Lions. There he is.
Hello.
So tell me your role, Antonia. So not what inspired you, but because with your role, it's quite up and down. It's a bit of a roller coaster, isn't it? It's quite an emotional roller coaster. After watching the film myself, so tell me, how did you mentally prepare for that? Like, how did you prepare yourself for that character, basically, is what I'm saying?
I mean, I did a lot of research into... Firstly, the most important thing for me was the chemistry between myself and Jack. So in regards to preparation, I needed, people to really respond to the fact that they are brothers, because obviously Jack and I don't look alike. So, it would have been awful for me if we came out of this film and people were saying, I didn't believe they were brothers. So really, it was literally just about spending as much time with Jack as possible, getting that brotherly bond going. Luckily, we have a great chemistry anyway. It really feels like he is my brother.
You can actually see that throughout the movie as well. You can actually see that bond.
I think so too. But a lot of that we did way before we started shooting, and even little things like Omar's Pete's sole carer. And so I would literally take Jack's frame everywhere. I would be getting him dinner when it was lunchtime, and I think he got used to just bossing me around, just like his character. So we both went a bit method in that sense, except for sharing a room. We did everything but share a room. So and in regards to the accent as well, like obviously 'cause I'm playing a northerner, so I just went to my auntie who's a northerner and was like, "You all right?
All right, love. How are you doing?
How you doing, love? Let's have it." So it was just it felt really easy. It just felt like it was quite organic.
Yes, it's very. Can I ask, what's it like working with Johnny Vegas? Because that must have been fun, wasn't it? Because he's crazy as a northerner, right?
You say fun, but as an actor trying to do a serious character, it's not fun, because he was making us laugh constantly. There's a few scenes in the film where I'm literally just corpsing because I was just on the verge of going, because he would, every single take, Johnny would bring something new, something fresh, and he would just make us laugh all the time. So it was actually very difficult to keep a straight face.
Would you like to make a movie with Johnny Vegas, do you reckon? Or would you not get anything done full stop?
Well, it's funny you said this, because a while back, Jack, Johnny and I were cast in a TV show, and I was thinking then, this is going to be difficult, because, I'm playing this very serious guy. But I mean, maybe a comedy. Maybe if I get to play a bit funny, it would be more fun.
Yeah, well, this is a great comedy, actually. There's some great, like gimmicks that you say in the movie. I mean, what was your best line? Can you remember anything that really stood out for you in the script that was quite funny? What was the best?
Do you know what? I don't know why I always find this so funny, but he goes, "You hit him with a flower pot." Because it's just such a comedic situation where my girlfriend's character, Sarah, she hits Ketchup Kev with a flower pot. And I just found it so funny when we did it, and the poor guy, I mean, he got hit in the head, you know. But
in real life, that actually hit?
It was, I think it was fiberglass, so it didn't hurt him too much. But, you know, when you see it on screen, it's just quite arresting, isn't it?
Yeah, you think it's real life. It's like, oh my God. So what would be your next role? So after
sorry, I have another line.
Oh, go on.
When he's under the stairs and he says, I'm waiting for the owl to come and tell me I've got into Hogwarts. That's my favourite line.
Yeah, that is brilliant, I must say. So after Eaten by Lions, what would be your next role? What would you see your next role be? Obviously, this is a great movie as well, but you know, where would you see your next role moving towards or moving to?
I mean,
or where would you like it to go? Sorry.
The film,
or yourself.
myself.
Yourself. Like, where would you like to see yourself?
I mean, to be honest, I've already landed another movie, so I'm actually shooting the lead role in another film set in Spain, which is a lot of fun. So really, I guess the goal is to just continue working and working with great storytellers and telling great stories, and you know, just continue the way it is going. I mean, I'm very happy with the way things are going at the moment.
Yeah, you're doing really, really well. And like I said, the character in the movie is just so funny. Like, honestly, you had me literally crying with laughter. Honestly, it's so good. And like,
we always say, you know, my auntie came to watch the film and she was like, "You made me cry, Jack made me laugh." I was like, if that isn't a glowing recommendation for the film, then I don't know what is.
It is, yeah. It does make you laugh and cry as well, because you're laughing with that much laughter, you know.
I mean, you know, that's the thing, isn't it, about films like this? Is, you know, as funny as it is, there's also a really emotional sadness in the film too. You know, the death of a grandma. Everyone suffered from some sort of grief or loss, and I just feel like everyone can relate to that.
Yeah, I could certainly to the loss. Like, you know, with me, I lost a family member, and it made me think. And I thought, actually, you know, these guys do a great job telling the story, getting that out to the, you know, to the audience, and you know, working with an amazing director as well. How was it like working with Jason? Actually,
Jason was great because he really just gave us the freedom to do what we wanted in regards to improvising, and more often than not, when you're on jobs, you don't get that kind of. You just don't get that, and for an actor, that's food.
Yeah, that's amazing. Actually, that I let you do that. I mean. Can I ask this question actually? Was it not the whole film, I guess, wasn't left up to you guys like, to think on your feet and improvise? I mean, was it 50-50 or was it?
In what sense?
In terms of like how much was improvised with yourself, you know, with your own input, or was it?
I would say probably about 60-40, to be honest.
Right, okay.
Because what was interesting is we'd understand the bones of a scene.
Yeah, okay.
And then Jason would say, "Do you know what? Why don't you do one now where you just throw everything away, and you still get the same point across, but in your own way." And so we were given that freedom to do that, and then sometimes that worked better because it was a little bit more natural.
Exactly,
and I think when you've got people like comedians such as Jack and Johnny and Asim, you know, what's so special about those people is that they bring something of themselves to their role, and I think that's what makes this film so good.
Exactly, yeah, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about, you know, using because you've worked so hard. You know, you want to use some improvisation as well. Because I've never been to acting school. Everyone says I should, but I don't know.
I could see you as one of the characters we meet in Blackpool.
Yeah, probably. Probably the girl with this one here. Where is she? Is she on here? She's on here. The one with the pink hair. Everyone says I'm mad and crazy. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's all with Antonia. But thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. All the best. Well, this is it, guys. It's come to the end of the film review, and what a fantastic film it is. I've seen it this evening. Absolutely brilliant. The film's it's a very based up north. It's based in Blackpool. It's very comedian as well. There's a lot of laughter, and they'll have you laughing with crying with laughter. It's so funny, and there's some great actors in there. There is also Hamedan. There's Antonia Keel, Johnny Vegas. It's absolutely brilliant. It's definitely one that you need to watch, and do not miss out. And now I'm having to say goodbye, guys, but it's been a pleasure with them. The interviews have been fantastic, and tune in next time. Bye bye.